Hello, welcome to Meta Perfume. I am Emily here again today with Twixie. Twixie is getting old. She's like 18 years old, but she's still pretty spry. She's in pretty good health for an old lady, and I'm very thankful for that. She's getting a little picky with her food. I have to keep changing it, buying new food. She protests, only wants to eat treats. I guess that's normal for an old dog, but I'm gonna buy some new food again. Hopefully she likes it. Anyway, Twixie, she's a good girl. So I'm continuing my series again today with Candied Fantasy. Now this fantasy came out in 2024. So it is one of the newest fantasies in the range. It is pretty in line with the classic fantasy DNA. This is such a pretty bottle too. It is what you would expect from a fantasy, but also, you know, different enough that it's unique. And there are so many of these. I have personally, I think 16 of them. And I think there are another one or two maybe that I don't have. Actually, I had two more. I had the two that are in the bottles with the print on them. I think Maui Fantasy and I can't remember the name of the other one. Floral thing on it. Anyway, those two I thought had really low longevity, and they smelled kind of juvenile and were unremarkable to my nose, so I gave them to my nieces because I think that when fragrances have really low longevity, they're better for kids because kids are gonna spray, they might overspray, but then that won't like bother the parents too much because the fragrance will just leave. And they really like them. I think they still have them. I gave them to them many years ago. So I don't think I'm gonna do those two. But anyway, this is the newest one, Candied Fantasy. And it has notes of, let's put those up here, top note of bubblegum, strawberry and orange, bubblegum, strawberry and orange in the top. Then the middle is hibiscus, jasmine, and lily of the valley. Lily of the valley is one of my favorite floral scents. And then in the base we have cupcake, musk, and sandalwood. Now cupcake is a classic fantasy note. The original fantasy is heavy in cupcake and white chocolate. And so this is kind of a return to the original DNA, just, you know, with its own little bubblegum flavor. This is the only fantasy that has a bubblegum note in it, so it's unique in that way. It is very youthful, I would say. I mean, bubblegum kind of screams like kids with the complement of the strawberry and the orange. It also like keeps that kind of juicy, fruity, bubblegummy sweetness to it. And then of course the cupcake gives it that sugary note that is classic to the fantasy range. And then the mid is slight. I would say the middle doesn't play a huge role in this fragrance. Hibiscus, jasmine, and lily of the valley. I don't really pull out, excuse me, I don't really pull out any of those. So, get the spray. Yeah, you can definitely smell the bubble gum in the nose right away. I mean, it's nice. My husband, he liked this. And I think the sweet sugariness of it is attractive to it. I think this fantasy is not bad. Like, I can't see myself really going through a full-size bottle like this for any time soon, but I might reach for it every once in a while. You know, it's like, it's easy, sweet, youthful. I might gift it to a teenage relative, who knows. You know, it's nice. I think most people would enjoy this. It's crowd pleasing. It actually gets pretty high rating on Fragrantica right now. I think it was like 4.16 with over 300 reviews, so that's pretty high. I think that if you're looking for a classic fantasy with a little bit of a twist, this is that. This is exactly what you would expect from fantasy. Fruity, sugary, sweet, feminine, a hint of subtle florals in the middle. Nothing that like is really offensive, nothing that's really challenging. Classic musk sandalwood base with the cupcake. Complements the bubblegum. I mean, you can see that this is I think it's very youthful. I think kids in their teens and 20s would find this like attractive, being kind of reminiscent of childhood. Yeah, it's not a bad fantasy. Not a bad fantasy. Newest fantasy in the bunch. Yeah. So if you, oh, in terms of like when you would wear this, I could say this could go all year. Like I really think this could go in any season, and you'd spray like 5 sprays of it in winter and 3 sprays of it in summer, you know, like not, it's not super long lasting. I'm gonna say it's about 4 to 5 hours longevity on this one. It's not awful by any means, but it's about moderate. And the sillage was also moderate to low, so it's not projecting a ton. You don't have to worry about offending people. This probably be one that you could easily wear to work if your workplace was okay with fragrance, and it's not going to be offensive at all. Most people would enjoy it. It's nice and sweet. Candied Fantasy by Britney Spears. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I have been on YouTube for about 5 years now. No, over 5 years. It's it's a little sad because I'm not monetized. I have done this all while having a regular 9 to 5 Monday through Friday full-time job that is fairly demanding, and so I prioritize that a little more, and I'll do this on the weekends as my energy and my motivation permits, and that isn't the greatest formula to get monetized. And hopefully someday. I mean, it's been a long time. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you like this review, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.